So tonight's dinner is going to be cilantro lime rice with chicken. So these are the things I have. This I got from HEB, as you can tell. This is what it is. It's super easy. As you see, it says 15 minutes because, you know, we do quick cooking around here. Alright. Information. This is the instructions to cook it. You can look at that real quick. And then these are the ingredients. It does contain milk. Yeah. Alright, so this is what we're making. And then for that, these are all the spices I will be using, which is my usual. So Tony's, garlic salt, Mrs. Dash, garlic powder, salt, chives, black pepper, onion powder, paprika, parsley, crushed red pepper, and then the oil so that I can fry it up on here. For this, you'll need 1 cup of rice, or as much as your family needs. This I found to be fit enough for me and my husband, for 2 people, but it is like a big hearty like size, so you know, if you don't finish it, you can eat it for tomorrow. And for this recipe, I'm using chicken breast. I think I might be using 2 chicken breasts, as it says. Well, this one says 1, so we'll see, maybe 2, so that way we can get a lot of protein, because my husband works out. So protein is good. So yeah, this is what we're making for today in our rice cooker. And then I'll start making it. Yes. Alright, so let's get started on the rice. This is my 1 cup of rice. I already washed it out, and then I put 2 cups of water. I forgot to mention this, but I like to put this in my rice. I don't know why. My parents do it, so I do it now too. About that much. And like, I don't do measurements, so really it's just up to what you desire. And for this, I'm gonna add some Tony's. Just about that much. I'm also gonna put some Mrs. Dash. Not a lot of this because this flavor goes a long way. I'm gonna do some paprika. About 2 of those, and then some crushed red pepper. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. It's about maybe like 2 pinches. And let's do some chives, just so I can cook nice in it. Take this off. About that much. Okay, and actually I think I decided I'm gonna put some corn. Go ahead and put some corn in my rice. Crushing it up, and just dump the rest of the bag. Okay, and I'm gonna stir it up just so it mixes well. See, but like I said, you don't have to season your rice if you don't want to. My husband personally does not, but I do. Sorry, there was a baby in my kitchen like 2 seconds ago, and now he's missing. So, and then I'm just gonna put that in the rice cooker, and that should cook for about 25 minutes. Alright, so the rice is now cooking. I decided to use only 1 chicken breast. I already washed it off, and right now I'm just gonna dab it to dry it just a little bit. Okay. And now we're gonna go ahead and cut it up. So I'm just gonna cut it into chunks and try to maybe do a little bit smaller chunks, just so that we get the most out of this chicken breast. Alright, so I'm actually going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come right back when I'm done. Chicken is cut. I'm gonna go ahead and actually use this Tupperware when it comes to seasoning, just so it gets everywhere, like all over the chicken, and it's better off this way. Okay, let me wash my hands. Remember, when it comes to cooking with chicken, always wash your hands. You don't want to touch anything and contaminate it, which is no bueno. All right. So when it comes to this, I'm gonna go ahead and put some garlic salt. And like I said, I don't use measurements, so about that much. Let's do some paprika. That much. Some Mrs. Dash. And you don't have to put this much seasonings on your food. It's really just up to preference. I just prefer to season my food this way. Just a little bit of salt, a little bit. Salt. But like I said, you don't really have to. I do, because I'm just built different, I guess. And also, while I'm doing this is pepper, by the way, I'm actually gonna turn on the stove onion powder, just so it starts preheating the pan for us. Crushed peppers, so that after we do this, and I'm also gonna put some oil. I probably should have put this before the seasonings, but I'm gonna put it on after, just a dash, so that it helps everything gets put together. And I'm gonna close it, and then make sure it's sealed, and then we're gonna shake it. You see how it's getting seasoned. Yeah, that looks good. All right. And that's what it should look like if you used all the things I did. If you didn't, that's completely okay. Whatever it looks like for your preference. Alright, so right now I'm going to wait for this to heat up, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so it's heated up. Go ahead and put some oil down. About that much. And then the chicken. And then spread it out. I might have it a little bit too hot, so put it at like low medium, or in my case mine's numbers, so the dial right between 3 and 4. Just make sure that the pieces aren't stuck together and they all have room to cook on one side. There you go. And then don't forget to clean up while you cook and put away all your spices and everything. What I am going to keep out is the parsley. This is mostly just for color. And because with this, it comes pre-seasoned, but I personally would like to add a little bit more to it. So I think when it comes to that, I'm gonna add just a little bit more garlic powder. Tony's, because I literally put this on everything. Paprika, I put this on everything also. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, probably all the things you use to season the chicken to season this. But you know, in smaller amounts, so you're not overpowering what the flavor already is. And then I think for this, I'm going to use this black pepper instead of the grounded. And onion powder. So this is the stuff I'm going to use whenever this finishes cooking. And then when I put this sauce in, because like the instructions say, you cook the chicken and then you put the packet in, and literally like it's so easy. Cook chicken, put packet in, let it like simmer so that way it can, you know, marinate in it, and then that's it. It's done. And this is HEB, so this is more of like a Texas thing. If you guys have anything similar to wherever grocery store you're at or Walmart, but if not, I'm pretty sure this is super easy to make. You can probably find a recipe like this on Pinterest, and I'll actually link it down below, a recipe, since you guys don't have this. And so yeah, check on the chicken. It looks good. I'm gonna let it sit on this side for a little bit. I'm gonna flip it, and then the rice is still cooking, and I'm gonna come back whenever I'm gonna put the sauce in, and then I'll show you everything from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the sauce in. Squeeze all of it. Manhandling it. Make sure all the sauce is out. Alright. And then when it comes to this, I'm gonna move to a wooden spoon. Take this, and you're just gonna mix it in. Make sure that the chicken is thoroughly sauced up. Yeah. And then my stove is still on. It's just the sauce, you know, needs to heat up itself. So once it's nice and thoroughly like this, I'm gonna let it sit for a bit, and then I'm gonna come back and taste it, and then add the other spices when, like, if needed, and then I'll show you that process. Okay, so I let it cook around for a bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and add some seasonings. By itself it does taste good, but for some reason I just have to season everything, so I'm gonna add some Tony's. About that much. Some paprika, about that much, garlic powder, garlic salt, onion powder, some black pepper, yep. And I'm gonna go ahead and add the parsley right now. This is mostly for color. I don't know if it actually does anything, but I always put it in everything. And right now we have about 9 minutes on the rice. I'm actually gonna also put some chives in here. Once again, I don't know if it really does anything. The fresh one does, but this one is not fresh. If I had fresh ingredients, I would use them, but I am lazy, and they would go bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up. And then I have this in a little bit of a higher heat, so it should be medium to high, or if you have numbers like I do, it's gonna be right between 4 and 5. So I'm gonna mix this and let it cook a little bit longer. And then always taste it. What's the point of cooking if you don't taste your food? I know a lot of people, they'll cook and then not taste the food until after. I am not like that. You always have to taste it so you know if it's good. Yep, that's good. Also, I taste with the spoon I used to cook because it's just me and my husband. But obviously, if it wasn't, you get, you know, a spoon and just use that. So I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit longer. And I'm gonna let it sit actually on like a simmer. So between low and 2 if you have numbers, and then between low and medium if you don't. So I'm gonna let this sit and then wait for the rice, and then once the rice is done, then I'll go ahead and show you what else I add to the rice and the final product. So yeah. Alright, so for tonight I'm gonna make myself a drink, non-alcoholic because I do not drink. So this is actually chamoy. And this, it's sweetened like seltzer water, but this one's mandarin orange. If you're not a big fan of soda, or if you are but you don't want to deal with any of like the calories or anything, this tastes exactly like orange soda and it is so good. So what I normally do is I get my chamoy, I get my cup, I pour a little, you can put as much as you want, as little as you want, and I rim it around the cup just so it fully coats it. Oops, spilled some. Nice all around. It doesn't have to be fully around. It's really up to preference. And also I do this with most of my like bubbly drinks for some reason. I don't know, I'm really weird. So as you can see, it's going. I'm actually gonna leave it like that. And you're gonna get a scoop of ice. And then that. And then you're going to open it. And then you can pour it better. I like to do it this way so the bubbles can get as much as the chamoy before I start mixing it. And the whole can normally fits in this mason jar. And you get your straw, and mix it up. So yeah, this is gonna be my drink for tonight to eat along. So make yourself a drink and enjoy, and then the food should be done right now, and so I'll show you me putting together and then the final process. Right, so as you can see, the rice is done. I'm gonna go in here and flip it up and mix it up, just so it's fully fluffed. This is what it looks like. This angle's a little weird, I know. So since that's fluffed up, I'm gonna go ahead and move this. Excuse me if this angle's a little weird. And so I have my plates. I'm gonna go ahead and put maybe half of this rice that I made into this. Fluff it out on the bottom just so it's full. About that much. Okay, and then you have this, and then you're gonna pour half of this right on top. There you go. So that's what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and do this with the other one, and then I'll show you. Right, and this is the final product. This is the cilantro rice. I added flash so it looks better. And I'm also gonna serve it with our favorite hot sauce. This is delicious. Love it. Alright, and that's dinner. So this is what I made today. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. Hopefully you actually followed along. If not, thank you for watching me cook. Alright, bye. Mwah.